Hi, this is Kristen with Homeschool Planet. I don't know how old your kids are, and I don't know if this method will work for you, but I'm going to give it a try to show you how to maybe use a loop schedule with Homeschool Planet. Use it on the calendar in conjunction with using the lesson plan library to assign assignments as the loop is completed. Now, hopefully this makes sense. If not, just ask for clarification. But you can see that I have a sample schedule in front of me here. This schedule is completely loose because it is dependent on this loop. You can see I created a class for every weekday for each of these subjects in the loop. I created one class. You might need more than one depending on your components, but as long as you're okay with seeing a few extra pieces on the schedule, you can always choose to also hide them using that feature in the edit window. Under options, you can hide classes unless there's an assignment on them. But this will make it really easy to see what is assigned and where you are in your loop if you do this. I'm using the reading list to create the loop just to show you that having no checkboxes as in the to-do list would make it handy to create a reading list loop schedule so that you're asked for confirmation if you accidentally delete something. Now here you can move anything around in your loop schedule as needed, and you've got your calendar schedule. So you can see there's been some work completed in this loop to date. So on the first day of school on Monday, student completed language arts, math, social studies, and music. Very big day. There was no school Tuesday. Then Wednesday, they went to the next part of the loop, which is language arts and math, but then got sick or something and had to finish for the day there. Maybe they just weren't feeling it that day. Then they go to the next day. They should be starting with science, and they've done typing, but they have more energy. So you're going to assign them then. You're going to go to the top of the loop and assign language arts and math. You can do them both at once. You can do one at a time. Either way, you have to do them one at a time, but you could assign them both right off the bat or get the student to learn to do that for themselves. So first we're going to start with language arts, which is just my science lesson plan here. So we're going to use the same class and apply it to an existing class. We're going to choose only the assignments that you select, and we're going to go into day 3, which is the next day on the schedule, which is taking one day of work using these arrows. Click next and choose it after the last existing assignment. And here we go. It should show up on today's date, and there it is. And then your student needs some math assigned. So we're going to go to that same lesson plan and assign the next math assignment. Because we've already set this up, it just brings us to the class we have. Only thing we have to change each time is to choose only the assignments you select. Otherwise, it may assign out the whole lesson plan. Click next. Actually, let's say you decide your student really only has energy for one of these two today. We're going to leave E out of it. Click next. After the last existing assignment, that's on today's date. We're confirming the date, and then we watch it go here. We can always drag and drop things on the calendar as needed as well. But what I like about this way of doing it is we will know what's next based on looking at the last day of school, just taking a look at each item to see which one is furthest down on the list. So you can see we did typing, then language arts and math. You could use these and move them around as you wanted. That is also a possibility. You can just move them around based on what you started with on that school day, bring them to the top. And then as you do them, just bring them back to the bottom. You could do that if you want. Some people might do that. And as you've done language arts and math, now you know you're always going to start with the next thing at the top. That also is a possibility. So now this school day is complete. Next day we're starting with social studies and then music. Go to your lesson plan, pick your social studies. In this case, we just picked this one. And choose the next assignment, choose one day of work, next. And then we're going to choose another date. So that is for tomorrow, so Friday. And we're going to see that there's no work assigned on that date, adding it in. And that is where I'm going to leave this video. If you have any questions, let me know. And hopefully our user guide will also help you learn how to do some of this as well. Have a great day.